So before we start the session, I would like to guys ask you a question about UPI. What do you guys think? How many transactions we process per second? Anyone want to give a try? Anyone per second? How many transactions we process as we speak? I'm noting my time here.
1 lakh.
One. Let's do. Okay. I like that. Okay. Next, anyone? Gazillion. Oh my God. I wish. Million per second. Sorry? 10K, 6,000. Wow. Last try. Anyone? 50K. 1,500. 2,500. So yeah, I would proudly announce that yes, the gentleman in the black is right. We process 2,500 transactions per second. So as I speak, it's in 15 seconds as of now. We have processed 37,500 transactions till now. So that's the power UPI brings to the India ecosystem, payment system. And to highlight today, UPI contributes to 71% of the retail payments in India. Out of the all retail payments, 70% contribution to the UPI. And if you look at the global world digital payments, then out of 5 transactions, 2 transactions are processed through UPI. So we lead with respect to 40% of the market leader we are today in the world. So moving on to slides, how we have grown, how UPI has evolved over a period of time. So as you speak, we have launched UPI in the year 2016. This is where it got evolved. It's been 6 years down the line, and you could see that we are processing 6 billion transactions a month with over 10 lakh crores of value. In 17-18, we have had a UPI 2.0 where we launched a few features like one-time mandate, which are used for your IPOs and all, and followed up with the new overdraft account, which are banks open today. Right now, we just initially we were allowing only the CASA account, that is current and saving account, but we added that even the overdraft account can be linked on the UPI and can be processed. I think COVID, I think we all went to that phase of lockdown, we all got frustrated, but that was a time where maximum people actually got into digital payments. They started using cashless contactless transaction through UPI. And post that, you can see the trend, month on month have been going fantastic, and still we are growing big. So that is the success we have got so far, and this has been done in just 6 years. Moving on to who contributes. So when we say it's not only NPCI, right? We have all got the member banks, right, from your PSUs, your private banks, your PPI issuers are there, your TSPs, your TPAPs, your aggregators, merchants, all contribute towards it. So we have got 346 banks today as we speak, with 56 plus apps already available. We have got 260 million customers on UPI and 60 million base as a UPI acceptance. So that's the power UPI has, that wherever you go, it might be in tier 2, tier 1, tier 3, tier 4, you have the UPI acceptance today as we speak. So what are the key principles for the evolution of UPI? How it has grown? So the first principle is the vision. So as you guys might be aware, since 2001, RBI has been giving vision document every 4 years, right? Which they also give it in recently as well. So what does that payment vision means? What does it lay down? What does it speak about payments by RBI? So it's mostly about strategic planning and implementation for the structural growth of UPI, or structural growth of UPI and payment ecosystem as well. So it runs on the 4 key, how do I portray it? It has a 4 key constructs. It runs today as a 2025 vision. It talks about 4 E's. When I say E's, it means e-payments for everyone, everywhere and every time. So that is what the RBI has laid down. And these are the core constructs, the core theme. And with respect to the vision, RBI is quite clear that all the transaction has to be safe, secure, fast, convenient, affordable, and acceptable and accessible. So these are the 6 key visions of RBI, which I think UPI runs on the same railroads with respect to how do we implement, how do we give that faster movement to the customers to get everything out there. Customer centricity, I think that goes without saying. Whatever product you launch in the payment system, you have to be focused about the customer, that how your customer behaves, right? So we have already got a 2-factor of authentication when you do UPI payments. First being a device binding. What do you have? and second being the UPI pin, that is what you know. So that has always been the code's construct to make sure the customer has a safe and secure transaction. With respect to awareness, we also did UPI Chalega campaign for people to create awareness among them that why UPI payments, what you have to do, you don't have to share your PIN. When you make a payment, what you need to do. So all these things we had covered in the UPI Chalega campaign, which creates an awareness and educates them that how do you go about it. Collaboration, I think it goes without saying, as I mentioned in the previous slide, that collaboration with the fintechs, with the banks, member banks, PSUs, private bank, payments bank. So all these things work with us together to create a common goal for the payment system. Next, coming to regulatory policies, I think that is being the key and success of any payment system. So today, whenever RBI lays on a policy, they talk about your customer data prevention, data policy, how do you protect the data, how the transactions are safe, and what are the design framework of any payment system designed in the ecosystem today. So I think we are quite regulated entity, and we are being quite deliberated by RBI with respect to the safety and security, the way we bring to regulatory. In the innovation platform, I think there is one line I heard recently was, change is the only constant. So that is where you bring the idea of innovation, right? Innovation can be anything. It can be a new ideas, new technologies. So we have enhanced over 6 years of time. Now talking about innovation, I think we have gone way ahead apparently. Till now, as I said, we had only current account, saving account. We had got overdraft. But what about the banks who are still not issuing a debit card to a customer? There are many small banks who doesn't have a debit card. What about them? How do we onboard them on the UPI platform? That is where it comes picture, that we allow them to onboard on UPI through Aadhaar. So that is where this is the strategy, or maybe an innovation you can call it as, to cater to untapped market, which is not there today. So Aadhaar being one of the things which has onboarded a lot of customers on the UPI. You might have seen on the third floor, we have got UPI 123 Pay booth, which talks about feature phones and how you do IVR payments. So these are 440 million customers, citizens who do not have a smartphone. They are still running on the feature phone. How do these guys make a transaction? How do these guys make a payment? So feature phone and IVR option is one more option which leverages to the ecosystem to perform a transaction. Likewise, we have also got UPI Autopay for making a recurring payments. We have got IPO, as I mentioned in the past. We have got UPI Mapper, which is the UPI number. Today, you don't need a VPA. You have your UPI number, you can do a transaction. You can give your number to anyone, which is a UPI number, and he can send money to you instead of sending VPA. So that has worked for feature phone as well. Because feature phone, you cannot type your VPA, right? It has to be a number. So that's how it captures. Additionally, we have also got UPI Lite launched. I think you might have seen day before yesterday, RBI Governor launched UPI Lite. That is one of the innovation which confirms that the transactions are fast and safe and secure, because it's, as usual, it's on UPI railroads. Open source, yes, UPI runs on an open source application platform, and it is reviewed by entity, RBI. Moving on next, we covered the vision, and that is where we come with our mission. Our mission is to do 1 billion transactions a day. So how do we go about? Today we have got 260 million customers as we speak. How do we reach to 500? Correct? So as I said, we have got current account, saving account users, we have got Aadhaar customers, we have got PPI issuers also coming on the UPI platform to make it interoperable. And even the feature phone will contribute to a significant level to reach to 500 million customers. So as we speak, right now it's 260 million customers. Even if I consider 2.5% of growth month on month on the user onboarding and 2.5% on the feature phone, we can easily reach to 500 millions. Considering that is a 2x growth on 60 transactions per user happening in every month. And to take it forward, we had also got a launch of UPI on credit, which gonna significantly add a lot of user base on this. I think with this, I would request Abhishek to enlighten us what is in it for credit. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So I have experience of 15 years, and I have done only credit card in these 15 years. I have sold credit card, retail card, corporate card, MSME cards. Now I'm working with NPCI. I am heading RuPay credit card from the product side. So only thing which I know is credit cards. So let me take you to the next slide, which talks about basically what is the global payment ecosystem across the globe. So global digital payments. Rahul was talking about the UPI revolution which has happened in this country. So in fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we were talking about the gifts which India has given to the world. So zero was given to the world by India. They say Ayurveda was given to the world by India. They say geometry was given to the world by India. And now in this century, we are giving a gift of digital payments to India. So 3 cheers to all of us. So talking on the slide, so last year there 9,073 billion transactions happened in 2025 across the globe, which is a CJR growth of 11%. Asia is leading the pack. So India, China, South Korea, Thailand, and UK. So maximum online transaction happened in these countries. And the most important part, credit card is expected to reach USD 45 trillion by 2023. And the most important part here is that we have not considered credit on UPI on this number. So just imagine when credit on UPI comes on this entire credit card piece, this will grow like anything. Okay, now one question to the audience. Why do you use a credit card? What are the main reasons you use a credit card? By raise of hands. Yes, ma'am.
Get the credit period.
To get the credit period. Loyalty points. Cashbacks. Yeah.
Unifying all my payments.
Absolutely. Lounge access, someone? Yeah. So we have just listed down some of the reasons why people use credit card. And I'll say a credit card is a magical product. So there are some of the reasons. I'm sure everybody has their own reason to use credit card. So cashback, discounts, credit periods, reward, loyalty, recurring expenses, purchase, protection, improved credit score, EMIs, so on and so forth. So again, as I said, this list is, we can go on and on. As I said, credit card is a magical product. So let me talk about the top 10 countries. So recently we are a number 5 country in terms of GDP. We have crossed 3.5 trillion GDP. USD is our GDP. So we are at number 5. So let us compare what is happening in other 10 countries, other 10 economies. United States, which is the largest economy in the world, they have the credit penetration of 65.6%. Canada has the highest credit card penetration in the world with 82.74, approximately 83%. And in the entire graph, we are at 4.64%. Just imagine the kind of growth, the kind of opportunity credit card has in India. So let me also talk about credit card growth in this country. So from 2013, we were 19.5 million cards. Now we have reached to 80.1 million card this year. Last month, this data is last month. And this is a growth of 20% CAGR. So in credit card, we are growing leaps and bounds, but the opportunity, the space is huge. So why the penetration is so low? So we have listed down some of the points, what we think that why the penetration is low in the country. One is limited card acceptance. Acceptance of credit card is basically on either you make the payment through a POS machine. Now they have reduced the size of POS machine, but still it is a POS machine. You make the payment through the payment gateways, right? These are the two models how you make the payment. And if you talk about the acceptance point, it is limited. So that is number one reason what we feel that is the challenge why credit card numbers are low. Second is risk modeling. This country is young. There are a lot of people who are new to bank, new to credit. So we need to find out a mechanism, we need to find out an underwriting principle, a policy which caters to that segment. So that segment is also missing. Third is, this is a concentration risk which we have. Around 70% of total credit card population is in top 15 metro locations. India resides in tier 2, tier 3 cities, and we have not reached tier 2, tier 3. So that's also a major challenge. Small credit. I want to give you an example. In FMCG, what used to happen earlier, the shampoo bottles, they have big bottles. So one of the Indian companies, what they started a small 1 rupee sachet packet. and it provided a big space for the branded FMCG product, right? A sachet. So the sachet is missing. If you talk about credit card, that sachet is missing. We are talking about big premium card, super premium card, but that sachet is missing in credit. So that is also one challenge. Activation. Activation is a very big challenge wherein we have the card, cards are given, but the cards are not activated. And I missed issuance and logistic cost, which is also very important because, from the point of printing the card, physical card, then couriering that card to the customer, it requires a lot of cost, right? So these are some of the challenges which we listed here. Now this is future of retail market in India. This constitutes everything. So if I talk about the demography of this country, 49% is below 30 years, right? So the new to credit, new to bank, this is that segment. 71% are non-tier 1 cities. We are not targeting that as of now, so that is a very important piece. 24% are female borrowers. So this paradigm is changing, and we will have to solve this problem in case we want to bring the revolution of credit to each and every one. So so how many of you are DC fans here? Superman, Batman, Flash. How many of you Avengers fan? Marvels, yeah.
It is a rare thing with them.
Yeah, okay. So imagine a world where Avengers are working together with Justice League. Impressive, right? So this is what it is. In digital payments, RuPay is now getting powered by UPI. So this is a new paradigm shift. I'll tell you, 2 days back, there was a launch here in the main hall. And when Honorable Governor was launching the product, it was like a goosebump moment for all of the team NPCI. What you see is the end product. I mean, there's a lot of hard work behind. There was a lot of sleepless nights, and the moment that the last tick came, that such transaction is successful, it was such a moment of truth. I can't tell you how relieved we were at that point of time. We need to maintain a decorum. We are in Global FinTech Fest. Otherwise, I was thinking of like shouting, whistling. I mean, it was like you're sitting. In my mind, I was sitting in some single-screen theater, and there was a Salman Khan movie going on. So that was like a big moment for all of us. So RuPay credit on UPI. This will change how we see the credit in this country. And what is power of RuPay credit on UPI? Some design principles. Customer is core to drive the demand of RuPay credit card. Whatever we do at NPCI, our core is always the customer. So we want customers to drive the demand of RuPay credit card. Second is cost efficient for every time. It has to be cost efficient for the entire ecosystem. Be it merchant, be it card issuer, be it anyone who's part of it, be it a TSP provider, anyone who's part of it. So it should be cost effective. Expand the credit ecosystem overall. Right? As we said, our credit ecosystem is still under-penetrated. So we need to expand the entire ecosystem. Life cycle management on a UPI app. This is our vision. Again, I'm asking too many questions from you. So one question again. How many of you have used your UPI app today?
That's a power.
Yeah. And how many of you have used your bank app today? Yeah. So, you got the answer, right? So we want to mix both of it. We want best of the experience in our UPI app. So all the things which you can do maybe on your bank app, we have a vision that everything can be done in a single app so that you don't have to hop into multiple apps. That's a vision which we are creating with this product. Democratization of credit. This is required. This is very much required. We need small ticket size credit for everybody. We need small ticket credit size for the new to bank, to our Gen Z, to our Gen Y. We need that. So it is very much important. Small limit credit issuance. As I said, a large premium, super premium is important, but we need to solve the problem of small credit limit also. So that's, now the next slide, my very dear colleague Rahul will take the next slide. Thank you.
I think you guys are already using UPI app. I could see there are a lot of hands raising up. What does it offer today? Seamless digital journey. Today you have it, right? You have it for your CASA account. You have it for credit card for sure. I'll take you to the journey in the next slide, how you actually link your credit card and how you do a transaction. So journey is there. User interface, yes, we have raised the standard branding guidelines for all the UPI apps today. You go to any UPI app, you find a similar interface. You might have the same page where you enter UPI pin. You have the same branding. So that kind of confidence which we have built already in the ecosystem among the customers. Leveraging all UPI features, yes, as we spoke that we have got multiple features on the UPI today already. Like as I said, in credit card world, you need a recurring kind of payments, right? To pay your OTG, OTT platform, sorry, not OTG, OTD platform. You have a subscription, you have your phone bill payments, you have electricity bill payments. So all these things can be leveraged via UPI autopay. You can pay your credit card bills as well. So all these things, if you want that, a journey where all the features which are there on UPI has to be there for credit as well. I think this goes without saying, this would obviously widen all the acceptance of credit card across the payment system. We've got 60 million merchants right now on UPI, which is going to accept your credit card transaction through UPI. ODR, online dispute resolution, we call it UPI help. It means that all your dispute, your chargebacks will be raised on real time and it will be clarified on real time. Today that we do not have it currently on credit, but you want to make it more detailed for a customer, more intuitive, so that he knows where his money is going. I think Abhishek already covered one app for managing all your card lifecycle management. So whatever you do on your bank app, you have it on UPI app. You don't have to shift multiple apps. You don't have to go to bank app every time to do something. You can do everything. That is what we're looking after. That is what our mission is, to make all the transactions seamless for you guys and make sure all the features which are there on your credit card, credit card issuer app is similarly available on the UPI as well. Moving on to how do you actually, can you go next slide please? Thank you. So yeah. As we spoke that credit is not only that, we just linking credit card on UPI and we doing transaction, right? It has a macro impact in the economy as well. So as we speak, we have got little analysis out here. So today, 4% of adult population in India are using credit card. Out of which, if you look at it, 25% of people today are having UPI. They are UPI users. And we are thinking in a short period of time, short term, maybe 3 to 5 years, you might have 15% of additional users. Even if you ignore those 15% additional users, if you think about linking those, these two portions, you can make sure 25% of penetration will happen on credit card business as well. So as the Moody Analytics says that the GDP of 0.043 per 1% increase in the GDP of the economy. So we can surely contribute to increasing the GDP of our economy. That is a macro impact a credit linking on UPI will bring to the economy. Micro impact, as we said, it is benefit for a merchant as well. Today, a lot of merchants do not have an access to a credit customers, which he'll soon start getting into it. Obviously, that will also build his credit history, his credit score as well in the market for him to raise or ask for a more working capital or from the bank as well. Moving on to the next slide, I think we're covering the entire user journey of the UPI. So today we are there with 3 banks and it is there available on your BHIM app today. You open your BHIM app. Basic, these are very basic flow. I think you guys know it better, but still I will walk you to the flow. You open your BHIM app, put your passcode. You go to the home page, you can see your, you can see a bank account here. You can click on it. And the next page opens, all your bank account are there in the picture. I have not added my credit card yet. These are only the bank account as of now as we speak. Once you choose it, you have an option. You want to link your bank account or credit card. You go to credit card option. You get all the list of your credit card issuer banks who are certified on UPI. You might see the list. If you have that credit card of that bank, you can select it, confirm it to the bank that yes, on the UPI app. Once that is done, you set up your UPI PIN by entering your card details, your expiry date, followed by setting up your UPI PIN. Once that is done, you can see it on your account balance, account list, where you can see all the accounts right from your bank account, your overdraft account, your credit card. And now here you can see at the center, I have linked my Punjab Bank credit card account already. You can further elaborate and make sure that you also checking, change your UPI pin if you want to. But the highlight is that today, every time you want to check our balance, how much the limit is available. Either we go on the bank app, or else you scroll through our messages where you have done the last transactions to know how much limit I have right now. But you can do it via check balance. You can just click on check balance and followed by your UPI pin, and you can see how much limit is available for you to spend more. So I think that gives a handy, informative kind of an information to the user before the transactions. Last not the least, you want to make a purchase, you open your QR scanner, you scan a QR code, you select a debit option as a credit card account, followed by UPI pin, and your transaction is successful. I think in that note, we want to show you a small video.
Thank you so much. Before the video, the entire ecosystem, as I said, has worked on this proposition. So 3 cheers for the entire ecosystem. 3 cheers for Team NPCI. All the banks, who worked very hard with us, so clap for them as well. And the technology service providers, TSPs, they were there, the whole night they were there, so 3 cheers for them as well. So now we will show you a video. It's a small video of 2 minutes. Yeah, so please.
Credit card ecosystem has grown significantly in India. Today, nearly 80 million users are benefiting from its services. On the other hand, with 6 billion transactions a month, India is the world leader in the UPI payments ecosystem. Keeping in mind the benefit of the consumers and stakeholders, for the first time in the world, the National Payment Corporation of India is presenting a unique opportunity of linking RuPay credit card with UPI. In this mobile-first world, RuPay credit card holders will now be able to link their credit cards to their UPI accounts and make credit-based transactions. As of today, the credit card-based merchant transactions relies at point of sale POS terminals. Number of POS terminals in India are just around 7 million. With this initiative, consumers will also be able to scan 70 million QR codes available for merchant transactions and pay through their RuPay credit cards. Since consumers will no longer have to carry their credit cards, this initiative will also curb instances of credit card compromises. With potential increased usage of credit cards under this feature, consumers can now earn more cashbacks and reward points and maximize their credit card experience. They can also experience a new form factor and credit taste on UPI, along with ease of making seamless payments. This first of its kind linkage of 2 flagship payment types driving digital payments in India may fuel consumption and lure potential customers and merchants to be a part of credit card ecosystem. This linkage offers benefits for all the stakeholders. It will bring new credit card customers to the banks, while existing customers will embark on a digital journey by migrating to UPI platform. This facility to link a RuPay credit card to UPI will provide a better user experience, increased credit card functionality, and a new credit experience on various apps. National Payments Corporation of India is proud in its endeavors directed towards making India a cashless economy. We shall continue our efforts, this time with RuPay credit card and UPI linkage feature. NPCI is delighted to provide our consumers enhanced user experience and highly significant utility features.
So guys, we are like little short on time. The watch says the time is up, but we'll take 2 questions.
Yes, please. I think there are many hands.
Will RuPay card and UPI remain transaction-free in the future?
Very good question.
Expected.
So I'll tell you, our always the endeavor is to create something which benefits the whole country, benefits the whole ecosystem. So discussions, deliberations, we keep on doing it with the entire ecosystem. And as far as that question is concerned, we'll come back to you. The discussions are still going. Right now we are working on the customer journey, the tech enhancement. So we'll come back to you on that.
So the focus right now is the customer, that how do we enhance the journey, as we spoke in the slides as well. How do you make sure the transaction is secure, fast and safe? So that's a work going on right now as we speak.
This UPI credit card on UPI, will it work only on BHIM app? Because every time.
So as we said that we are trying to work out on the design part, customer journey. So as of now, Beam is enabled, followed by many apps, obviously, or we have 56 plus apps. So everyone would come in the picture eventually.
Just one more question. That there are like limited card issuer banks are right now on this platform. Like 3 banks you were mentioning.
So as I said, we every product goes to product life cycle, right? So we are in enablement stage right now. So obviously not all the banks would come at one go immediately. So that's why he said kudos to the banks who actually had a sleepless night to get this done for them. So we have got 3 banks already live, followed by many more. So we are targeting to have all the issuers maybe in a couple of months or maybe less than that.
Okay, so soon we will get the.
Yeah.
Yep. So guys,
Even banks are keen, not about a customer. The banks are very keen to come into that platform.
Absolutely. Please reach out to your banks, ask for RuPay cards.
And sorry, just last question. That for
I think
merchant-
we're losing out on other questions, huh?
Yeah, just last for merchant, whether we have to like do the separate setup or the integration or the current UPI.
It will work on the current framework. You don't need to do anything special.
Okay.
Anyone, if you can manage the questions, I know, because there are multiple hands, you can pick one and then we can start. Thank you.
Before I do that, I want to ask you, are you around? You are around till what time here?
We are around here till 7:38.
Okay, so you got the answer. Okay, so don't worry, they are around. You can in person go and ask them the rest of the questions.
but
As
link-
of now, we can take just
PPT खोलो,
one
PPT.
question. We are running short of time.
In fact, our LinkedIn pages are also here. In
Yeah.
case you guys-
Yes,
in case
two.
you guys want to reach out to
Simple
us.
and smooth.
I think that works.
Well, I think you have them around, so you can any which ways go and ask them the questions. It's time's up, and I would really like to thank
Thank
both
you.
of them, Rahul and Abhishek, sir,
Thank
both of you. Trust me, this masterclass was amazing, and special thank to